K&F Concepts sent me this cool travel tripod for me to review, and today we're going to be talking all about it. Full disclosure, K&F Concepts sent me this tripod to review, but all the opinions that are expressed in this video are going to be my own. So this is K&F Concepts C225C0BH25 carbon fiber tripod. I know that's a long name, so I'm just going to shorten it down to their travel tripod, the carbon fiber one, 60-inch. Whatever. So I've had this tripod for about 2 weeks now, and I'm really blown away by it so far. So just like in the name of the tripod, this is a 60-inch tripod. It may not look like it right now, but it's a travel tripod that's carbon fiber. So right off the bat, it's really light. The tripod I'm using for the camera right now is similar size, maybe a couple inches bigger, but this one is a lot lighter. So the tripod itself is about 2.2 pounds and is about 14 inches in length. So right off the bat, it's really small. And it comes in this really nice and nifty carrying bag, which I think is really cool. So let me extend the tripod for you right now. What you're gonna do, fold down the legs, and then each leg here has these little things that you push down so that the tripod doesn't go back into its folded state. So just like that. And this part right here, you readjust it, falls just like that. And you have a pretty standard tripod size right here. And then obviously you twist these right here and the legs extend. Setup is really easy and the tripod itself is really light. But I also have to comment on how sturdy the tripod does feel. Now granted, I only use mirrorless cameras, so I use the M50. I also have the Canon R50 right here. But the camera does feel very secure on the tripod, especially when the legs are extended all the way to its maximum length. You do have this like little loop part here that you can, hang like a backpack or something. If you just want it to be a little bit more secure, when it's at its fully extended length, you can put like a backpack or like something heavy here to keep it more stable. So like I said, I only have mirrorless cameras, M50, R50, but the maximum load capacity on this tripod is 17 pounds or 8 kilograms. So for how small it is and how light it is, it can hold a pretty impressive amount of weight. So next on this tripod is the range. So at this current state, it's about 18 inches tall, so that's pretty standard. That's just almost the same as my regular travel tripod, but it expands all the way up to 60 inches, which is very similar to my travel tripod right now, but with the advantage of it being a lot more lighter. Once you have this part locked, like I said, it can't go anything beyond that, but to undo it, you just press it on the inside just like that and it'll go like that. Has just a right amount of resistance to where if you had like a camera on here, it's not going to just like come out like that. Now one of the highlights of this tripod, and it's something that I would really consider when you're looking for a tripod, is that it has a built-in monopod. So you have your tripod right here, and if you just take this leg, right, the one with the handle, you undo it here, comes off, but now you unscrew this middle column here, you take off this piece, screw it here, slides right out, then you just screw this part in, and then yeah, you're good to go. You have a built-in monopod on this tripod, which I think is very nifty and handy, especially if you don't want to carry the entire tripod. Maybe you're in a situation where a monopod would do just well. Now I do have to note that this probably won't be a smart build to have if you have one of those heavier cameras or you have heavier lenses like a 7200. I don't feel that safe carrying that heavy of a camera on just a monopod. So I actually have my brother's R50 on here, and having this on top is really comfortable, honestly. The camera's not that heavy, so this is perfect for the monopod. I feel pretty confident. If we're out and about and you just need a monopod for whatever you're doing, this is pretty solid. The fact that it's built into the tripod and you can just detach it whenever you want, I think that is just so cool. So if we go into the top of this right here, you have a panorama ball head. So there's a little screw here that you can tighten, untighten, but what you're gonna make sure is this part is on tight. Then you can undo this, and then the panning, it has a 360 panning here, is just so smooth. And you can adjust the tension on it. So You can make it easier to move or a little bit harder, whatever you want. And this screw right here is just the ball mount here, so you can adjust it. And they also have a level here on top, which is something I don't have in my current travel tripod. Is very, very helpful. And it's super smooth. I just have had no problems with this. I think it's a really, really cool design. So like I said earlier, I wouldn't suggest this tripod for the more heavier options. Like if you have bigger lenses, like 70 to 200, those ones are gonna be massive on this. But I think this is great for mirrorless size cameras. So like the Canon M50, R50, even like the Canon R6 and those type of camera bodies will be great for this tripod and monopod setup. And obviously, action cams will do just as well on this. They're much smaller and lighter than the R50 right now, and they'll just do wonderfully on this. You can also mount your phone in here too. This will go on top here, no problem. So let's talk about some pros and cons. So obviously, one of the main stuff out of the way, the biggest pros of this is that it's light, it's strong, it's durable, it's really small and compact. It has a built-in monopod. The panning, the 360 panning is super, super smooth. And just overall, it's a really great bang for your buck when it comes to tripods. Now, some of the cons for this is that it might not be the best for heavy camera setups. So anything like bigger, like a 7200, I'd feel a little bit wary having a camera that big on a tripod, especially this light. I feel like it just should be more heavy duty for bigger camera setups just like that. One of my personal cons too is that to tighten everything, you have to undo it by unscrewing it just like this. But when you get it out like here, you have to go to every single one, tighten it, which takes a lot longer than my other tripod where it's more like clips, where you just clip it, clip it, clip it, clip it, and you can do it all pretty quickly. Here, see, like even if you don't undo the screw enough, you might end up being stopped, but then when you do it, you have to twist it back on again to get it done. So that's just one of the major cons that I have. So collapsing down the tripod makes it very, very small and it fits very nicely into the bag that it comes with. Traveling with a tripod should not be that cumbersome, and KNF Concept did a really good job on this. If you guys are interested in picking one of these tripods up, I'll have it linked down in the description below. And if you buy off their website and use the discount code FREELY, you'll get 10% off your entire order. So definitely use it down in the description below. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you think about this travel tripod, if you have it, and what do you think about it. Thanks to KNF Concept for sending me this tripod. I really appreciate it. But with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.